Good morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. Okay, the hull is on the kitchen table. We'll go back in there in a little while and take a look at that, and we will be using this, which I made yesterday afternoon or yesterday evening. There is going to be a rollback, and you'll see how I made this and what it's all about. They came. You'll see that in the rollback too. Yeah, came yesterday afternoon. They look really good. You'll see that in the rollback too. All right, I've got probably about, I'm guessing 2 hours before Missy the dog shows up, so we don't need the kitchen table for Missy. I should have plenty of time to get the boot line. You know, I'm calling it the boot line. Somebody commented and said it's not a boot line, it's a water line. I don't know. I don't know. I should Google it and find out. Okay, we're ready for Missy the dog. We are going to do our, probably, what would it be, step 3 of the, or would it be step 4? Anyway, of the simulated side here and how I paint the boot line. But you know what? The rollback is about 17 minutes long. Yeah. So maybe we should just get right at it here and let's roll back. Okay. Midwest Model Shop. Well, I guess we all know what this is, don't we? This is our 3D printed 20 millimeter guns. So at 3:30 or thereabouts, Max comes over for coffee. And he picks up this package off of my stoop and brings it in with him. And he hands it to me, and of course right away I know what it is. And at first I don't see this in big red letters all over the place where it says COD. In fact, it was probably about 5 minutes later I picked it up and I said, hey, wait a minute, this says COD. Well, first of all, Max wanted me to open it up and show it to him. I said, no, I want to do it live on camera, which is what we're going to do right now. So anyway, I guess I checked my surveillance camera and I thought, well, was I in the bathroom or something? I didn't hear the doorbell ring or whatever, so I checked, and the UPS driver comes to the door and he just puts it on the step and scans it, and off he goes. But here it clearly says, it's kind of hard to read here. It says driver collect this amount, and then there's an arrow here and it says $40.37. So I don't know what's going on. So we talked about this. I guess I could have opened it, but I wanted to save it for you guys. You know, I like to do things live on camera. So I don't know, maybe there's more information in here as to what I'm supposed to do, if anything. All right, we'll open this up in a minute. It's not crushed or anything. This seems to be okay. UPS custom brokerage, collect on delivery, COD pouch. Well, I'm probably going to end up having to phone UPS. So what have we got going on here? He didn't collect it. I guess I'll have to phone UPS. Max thought that possibly I was supposed to there might be an email thing here that would tell me what I'm supposed to do. No, these are both the same. No, they're not the same. Well, I'm going to have to phone UPS, I guess, and find out what's supposed to happen. On the other hand, maybe I should just leave sleeping dogs lie. On the other hand, maybe that's... Later on, I might find myself in hot water for not paying this. Well, maybe somebody knows. Maybe somebody works for UPS and you'll know what it is. On the other hand, I can phone the toll-free number, right? Okay, let's open up our package. Yeah, I'll recompose. Yeah, just let me get some of this plastic off of here and we'll open it up very carefully. Very carefully. Okay, I think I got the box figured out here. I think if I just cut this very carefully here, we should be able to get into it. Alright, here we go. Love your builds and great channel. Let's very, very carefully open this up here. Okay, offhand, I think everything has survived okay. Nothing looks like it's been crushed or anything like that. All right. Everything looks pristine here. All right, I'm going to have to re-watch his video on how to open this. Something about, yeah, I'm going to re-watch the video where he actually opens one of these. It's amazing what you can do. Look at the detail there. We're going to have to stick the macro lens on. Yeah, we're going to have to stick on the macro lens. Okay, we will be able to see these better once they are cut out of the box here. But the detail is unbelievable. Okay. All right. We're going to call it quits here for this. I'm not going to deal with them until I actually need them, and I want to, as I mentioned, re-watch the instructional video that shows how to get them out of here without breaking them. And I actually want to go downstairs in the workshop right now and make the jig for marking along the side of our hull here. Anyway, yeah, I guess I should say thank you, Carl. Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, that's perfectly square. Now we want it at 35.9 millimeters. And that's pretty close. Like it's right on right now. If I can not bump it, that is. Now we want to mark a little line here, so I gotta hold this so it's convenient for me. And that's about right. I'm just gonna, I know you can't see me doing it, but I'm drawing a line here. Okay, there we are. I can just barely see it, but as long as I can see it, that's the main thing. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to see that when I go back down into the workshop. Yeah, I can see that. Okay, we are still set up from the way we were last time. We gotta finish our bike box, don't we? Our 2 pieces 9 inches long. Alright, I think everything is still good to go here. Yeah, it's not going to catch on the hose. Now we're going to have to adjust everything. I know you can't see that line, but I can. So, that is probably pretty well just about right. Okay, let's get our fans going here. Okay, I just know that I'm going to be getting a whole bunch of comments from people saying, Ron, that was very dangerous. You should use clamps. Oh, that's what makes it fun. Kind of like riding a motorcycle. Yeah, it's dangerous, but it's fun. Okay, I just want to make sure now that this is actually gonna, when I bring this up to the bow, it's gonna actually get right up to it. Yeah, that's gonna work. All right, so here's the plan. We're gonna take a little piece of lead here. I've got lots of these, And these break very, very easily. Very easily. So now what I'm going to do is just try and tape it on. I was going to CA glue it on, except that actually that might be the best. Just CA it right on the point there, and let's see how that'll work. Just a little drop on the end here. Maybe I should put the macro lens on so we can see what's going on. Yeah, you can't even see the end of that. Okay, I want to just make a quick modification here before I glue that on. I just want to just take this down just a little bit here, so I know that the bottom of it will just want to make sure that the part that I'm cutting right now is going to actually get in there. There you can see it. Yeah, that should be all right. Okay, now let's put the macro lens on. Now, as long as there's enough lead there to go all the way around the ship once, and even if it does skip a little bit, the main thing is that we know where the line is supposed to be. Okay, now I'm going to put this block on here just to hold it steady so it doesn't move. Now this is CA thick. We're just going to put a little bit just on the end here. Just one little drop. That's going to be enough. That's going to be enough. It would be nicer if it went right around, although, no, that's going to be okay. Now I'm opening the curing agent and just let it wick its way out there. It should cure in about a minute. Okay, now we're very careful. You know, I would have liked to have had the CA a little bit more closer to the point. I don't know if I dare. I don't want the curing agent to back up into the bottle. So we'll just maybe see if we can get it to just drop off. You know what? This is not a good idea. I don't want the curing agent to go back up into the bottle. There, now there's less chance of us breaking the lead off. When you're 78 years old, you do everything very slowly. If you're smart. There we go. Now, that should be all right as long as I'm careful. Don't get too rambunctious. We're probably going to have to do this tomorrow now. By this I mean the getting the ship on the table, because believe it or not, Missy the dog is due to come by here about 7 o'clock tonight for her. She goes out for her evening constitutional and stops in for a treat. That poor dog is so spoiled. Yesterday afternoon, when I was working at the table here, I dropped my remote on the floor, and I guess it landed in such a way that it put extra stress on the latch that holds the battery for the battery compartment, and got consequently it won't stay latched. So I'm using rubber bands here as a temporary fix. But I'm going to come up with something. I just want to, I'll probably just carefully drill a tiny hole here and a tiny hole down the bottom, and then make some sort of a clip that just plugs into it. Maybe I'll do it on the inside here where it's a little less visible. And this thing was expensive. Yeah, sure, too bad, but that's life. Stuff happens. Okay, now we're going to simulate the hull here, right? And let's just say that we're looking at the side of the ship, and this is the upper deck, and this is the bottom. So we're going to do the hull red now. So what we're going to want to do is, if we were spraying, we would definitely want to mask it off. And my tape must be drying out here. Okay, so let's just simulate we were going to spray, even though we are going to brush. So you can see where the tape is for the boot line. So what we're going to do is just go about halfway down on it to mask off the upper part of the deck. Okay, yeah. And then now this, I stirred this up a while ago, and it is extremely thin, so it may not want to brush too well. I guess the last time I used it, I obviously sprayed it. There's not much in there. There's not even, maybe only about 25%. Now, being as that we are not spraying, like I say, we didn't need to have this here. We could just very carefully just go from the bottom down. But let's pretend we're spraying, and this is probably going to take 2 coats here. So we just go over everything, like so. Yeah, we're definitely going to have 2 coats here. And maybe we should raise it up off of the cloth here. Okay, so this is our bottom hull red. I'll probably give it another coat later after it dries off camera. And you can see the black now is starting to run into the hull red, but I think once it's dry, it's going to be okay. Okay, just let me clean up here now. Then we'll go into the kitchen. Okay, our lighting is not quite as good as it is at the model table, but I think it's going to be all right. And we've got the furnace running at the moment, and the fridge is running, so got a little bit of background noise going on here. I'm going to put this weight right in the middle here just to help stabilize things maybe just a little. I guess the hull must be a little bit, yeah, I wonder, maybe I should put something under the edges here. Yeah, I'm just going to have to recompose here, find something about a millimeter. Yeah, anything to put on. I think the bottom of the hull is flat, but the whole thing probably goes like this, if you know what I mean. Now I don't want it to be interfering with our drawing here. Maybe I should turn it at a little bit of an angle there and make it smaller. No, that's not going to work. This is just sort of a trial and error here, I guess. Yeah, that's better. Oh, now it goes the other way. All right. I guess it was too thick. Here. Let's try this. Yeah, that's somewhat better. Okay. So Here we go. I'll try and slide you along here. Now, I guess I gotta have this out a bit, because later, off camera, when I go down the other side, I want to be able to conveniently be able to do it. All right, here. So let's just slide this down here. I unplugged my remote. All right. So if we now remember, don't break your lead, because it's going to be hard to replace. Oh yeah, I can actually see that. Oh, we got caught on the table. There we go. Now, I'm thinking maybe if I was to move this, but I might change the height, because if the table is a little bit warped. So maybe I'll just go like this. This should work. No, here's where it gets ticklish. Yeah, it's wanting to kind of lift on the bottom here, so we're just gonna make several passes here. Make sure I can see it. Okay, I'm gonna go and do the other side the same way. Oh yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to do the other side the same way. You get the idea anyway. Now, I'm just realizing I'm possibly going to have to draw this line again, because when I take my black paint, and do the thing all the way along the side here with the airbrush, it's going to possibly make it so I'm not going to be able to see where this black line is. For applying the tape afterwards. So, well, I guess that's not the end of the world. I can always do it again. I'm sure I can get the hull back, the way I had it, and it'll be pretty much in the same place, maybe a millimeter up or down one way or the other, but it'll be all right. Yeah, be interesting to see. When I paint over this line, does the grease and the lead or whatever that's in the lead cause the paint to look different? We can still see through it. I don't know. Anyway, I better get the table cleaned off here. Missy the dog is probably going to be by. Could come by anytime, actually, if she's early. But lately she's been late. Hello, Missy. Good morning, Max.
I didn't know if the door was going to open or not. Oh, I didn't have to check at the bottom of the stairs. Oh. Here we go. Well, we got over the bridge and back.
Yeah, you had a good walk. Oh, wait.
Are you thawing something?
No, I'm drying some paint over there.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see, there's more here. Yeah. More. You know, I notice that if there's something different in the kitchen, Missy sort of hesitates.
Yep.
You know, like the table looks a little different. I had the hull of the ship on it this morning, and then there's the fan running over there. So.
And some strange smelling paint. She doesn't know what.
Yeah, that's right. The smell of the paint. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be more powerful even than what you could see and hear. Her vision is amazing. She would. I didn't tell you yesterday. The cat showed up again.
It did.
At the back door.
Oh my goodness.
Right up and Missy noticed her. The cat was already had its back to her. And then Rainey opened the door a bit, so Missy's bark would be louder, and the cat turned around and walked over to the railing, and she was just, "You want to come and get out here, okay? We'll have this out right now."
You know, it could be that that cat lives in the house where there's a dog and it's not afraid of dogs.
It's right across the street there.
Oh,
I haven't seen any dogs there.
Oh.
No, she's just a tough cat, and she knows she can take care of any dog she meets. I waved my arms, and the cat jumped from my railing right up to the top of Phyllis and Daddy's.
Mm-hmm.
Big leap, and then walked away. What's happening?
Oh, I wanted to mention to you, one of the viewers commented yesterday and said that normally he skips through the Missy the dog thing, except that you're so interesting, he's not doing that anymore.
Oh dear. God love him. If I'm interested, he really has to get out more.
Yeah. No, actually,
I even bore me.
he's a Navy guy. He
Is he?
yeah, he actually was on the not as a he didn't serve on the USS Iowa, but he's been on it.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you, Missy, for coming.
Yeah. I love battleships and aircraft. I especially love aircraft. I especially love float planes. A lot of memories.
Yeah, I guess you would.
I only had a couple of seasons as a bush pilot. And when I got overdrawn at the Bank of Good Fortune, I left. Went to another part of the country where there was no fog and mountains. It's really bright. It's
Yeah.
really bright. I can see something over there that might be a long black stick. But I'm just guessing. I hope I'm waving at the right thing. Or the neighbor lady's gonna think I'm being fresh.
Bye, Missy.
Back up the rod. Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll see you. Yeah, I guess the sunshine is shining in Max's eyes when he turns to wave. Missy the dog. Missy the dog. Okay, now let me get this over here out of the way. And a lot of you will remember this. We used it on the Bismarck. I think we used it on the Hood. Yeah, we used it on the Hood. And the last one we used it on was the Rodney. Now, when I went and got this thing, it's been in the back room. And when I went and got it, I thought, well, I'm going to have to shorten it because it'll be too long, because the last thing I would have used it on was the USS Iowa. We were just talking about the real one. And it turns out it's actually too short. It won't accommodate this. So yeah, it's it's too short by about, I guess 5 inches. Don't ask me how many centimeters that is. So yeah, I'm gonna have to probably cut it here and put a splice in it, maybe cut it here. Yeah, and yeah, because what I want to do is mount this on it so that I can turn it this way and that way, and well, you know what it's for. At least that's the plan. Yeah, so I think we'll just go ahead and do that. Now, I have to go and get my EKG, which I should have done yesterday and forgot. So, yeah, I'm wondering if I should maybe do that now. At what time we got here? It's 12 minutes after 10. Now might be a real good time to go and do that. I think I'll give them a call and see if I have to make an appointment. Okay, we'll see you when we get back here. We'll be doing something else today, but I don't know what. Probably mounting this on this. Okay, so I'm sitting here now and I'm thinking about, cutting this and making it about that much longer to accommodate this longer hull. And I was trying to remember now how did I do it with the Rodney and the Bismarck and the hood, and these things here. I was thinking, well, they're not going to be wide enough. And then I remembered that on the other three hulls, the cross pieces were installed. So what we're going to have to do here, I know we're working on step 3 right now. Step 4 is the anchor, but in step 5 is where they want us to put the cross pieces in. Looks like 2 of them are identical. They're both A4. And then one A2, so they'd go, across here, and then I can adjust these things accordingly so that it's all going to match up. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to find these ones. I can't see any reason why, if I put these in right now, we are going to mess ourselves up for any of the previous steps. It just doesn't make sense. So I'm just going to go ahead and put these in. Then I can have something to grab a hold of here. Because when I paint the hull and do the boot line and so on, I'm going to want to be able to turn it so that it's at a 45-degree angle. Yeah, you remember how I used to do it 3-4 years ago, so 5 or 6 years ago. Oh, you know what? Maybe we should get our final coat of well, we got the hull red on. That looks pretty good. I did do 2 coats, by the way. You can see where the second coat overlapped a little bit here. Okay, so we can take this off because let me recompose here. Okay, I'm going to want to watch now that I don't accidentally remove the tape that's going to make the line. Okay. Oh my, did that ever bleed? Did that ever bleed? Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, what happened there? What happened there? Well, I guess it doesn't matter if it bleeds through this tape. It's a good thing that I'm discovering this now, because it would be too bad if I discovered it later on the on the real thing here. Okay, let's get ourselves another bit of tape going on here. Now we're going to mask off the hull red. Okay, that's fairly easy. We just go over the other half. Okay, now we're gonna paint the upper half with the, where is it? 82, I think it was. I lost it. Oh, here it is. Pardon my reach. Yeah, the 82. So I'll just mix that up and we'll just do it. I'm hoping that this is going to work out and I'm not making a big fool of myself here. Okay, so now we're pretending we're going to be doing the upper hull. And once again, I'll probably be giving it 2 coats. And we will be spraying this so the quality of painting will be somewhat better. Okay, let's let that dry. I'm going to go put it back in front of my little heater on the kitchen counter, and maybe we'll have a time to do the second coat and have a look at it today. Here's our 3 cross pieces that we need. That says number 2. That says number 4. Now, according to the manual here, we need 2 A4s. It's very clear. However, also very clear is that that's not a 4, that's a 5. So I guess 2 of them are not the same size. The manual's made a mistake. So maybe it would be easier to nip these from the other side. I don't need to look for numbers. I just wanted to be able to nip it a little easier, and I think I can from right here a lot easier. I guess this large piece of superstructure now is going to be not supported. I wonder if I should just take it out. Oh, I guess it's going to be okay. Yes, that'll be okay. And for those of you who are building this, what do you call it, vicariously or something? When I nip like this, I guess you probably imagine yourself doing it. Okay, I'm going to clean these up. Yeah, you can, well, no, these 2 here do appear to be the same. Just, yeah, they are the same. So, isn't that strange? So maybe the manual is half right. Well, I'll check them closely once I get them trimmed up. Okay, these 2 appear to be the same. So, yeah, this is the only one that's different. Now, I was noticing when I was, I might have told you this already, it looks like it's wet right there, but it's not wet right there. There's something going on. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, it's going to be interesting to see what happens when we take our tape off. Are we going to have a nice boot line, as I'm calling it? Okay, we can take that off. So we got, now let's see what's going to happen here. Hopefully, we should have a boot line. There we go. Yeah, I think that worked not too bad. Maybe my exposure isn't quite right, but you can clearly see that we got a black boot line there. Maybe I can lighten it up a little bit in post so it shows up a little bit more, because right now my monitor looks pretty dark. Okay, I think I'm going to call it quits for today, folks. And the reason being is I want to go downstairs and work on my bike box extension a little bit before I start getting too tired. And we'll put these in later. We'll see what happens. Maybe there'll be a rollback tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we will see you tomorrow.